To outsiders, she appears successful in her career with a perfect family. Little does anyone know she's being stalked day and night, nearly killed and even betrayed by her best friend and her husband. The woman's name is Jae-won, the CEO and designer of a smart home furniture brand. Passionate about her work, she acts decisively and dedicates all her energy to her career. Sometimes, when she's exhausted from work, suffering from headaches, she simply takes medication to keep going. Besides her successful career, she also has a happy family of 3. Jae-won sacrifices much of her personal time for work. Fortunately, with her husband as her strong support, she can confidently charge forward in her career. Today is Jae-won's father's birthday. She's so busy that she doesn't even have time to celebrate with him. After a quick phone call to wish him well, she hurries back to the company. Suddenly, a car forces Jae-won's business vehicle to stop. Thinking it's just a normal traffic incident, Jae-won doesn't pay much attention and tells her driver to hurry back to the company. Upon arriving at the company, the head of product design reports to Jae-won. A smart monitoring product has design issues and needs to delay its launch. Jae-won is frustrated. The company has invested heavily in marketing for this new product, and delaying the launch means huge losses. The design director insists on a few more days, believing the product quality must be perfect before going to market. Left with no choice, Jae-won agrees. She stays alone at the company, waiting for her assistant Pyo to return to discuss the delay issue. Suddenly, there's a crash from outside. A display rack full of the company's products collapses. Jae-won stares at the shattered pieces in shock, then receives a text message. Someone sends her a photo of the mysterious flower basket her secretary threw away that morning, with a message written on it, "Those who betray trust shall not be forgiven." These strange incidents happening in succession terrify Jae-won. She takes out her phone to call the police. Just as she connects with the police, she hears the door behind her open. A masked man suddenly rushes towards her. Jae-won runs for her life, dropping her phone in the chaos. She desperately runs back to her office, locks the door, and pulls down the blinds. When she tries to use the landline for help, she discovers the line has been cut. Even social media apps won't open. The man stands outside the window, staring at Jae-won, terrifying her. He picks up a tool and begins breaking the office door lock. Successfully opening the door, he approaches Jae-won step by step, holding a hammer. Trembling with fear, Jae-won can only hide under her desk. Fortunately, Miss Pyo returns to the company and notices something wrong. The man quickly flees the scene. The police arrive late and question Jae-won about the situation. It turns out Jae-won has been stalked for 7 years. The stalker has been harassing her with text messages, emails, and occasionally mysterious gifts. This is the first time they've come to her workplace. Since the company's internal surveillance is under maintenance, it didn't capture the man's image. All company employees received notice that tonight was scheduled maintenance time. The police suspect the criminal is an internal employee who knew about the surveillance maintenance and took the opportunity to attack Jae-won. After the police leave, Jae-won calls the design director back and asks him to attend tomorrow's meeting in her place. The director is worried about Jae-won's condition and offers to take her home, but Jae-won acts as if nothing happened, only thinking about work, still wanting to visit the factory. The director doesn't understand how Jae-won can focus on work in such a situation. To Jae-won, no matter what happens, work always comes first. That said, when Jae-won recalls the terrifying experience, her heart still races. The director notices the unfinished monitoring product designs still on her desk. In the following days, everything seems to have returned to normal. Jae-won continues to visit the factory as usual. A white-haired man approaches Jae-won, wanting to talk, and mentions her mother's name. This person is an insurance agent, claiming that Jae-won's mother purchased insurance from him before she died. After her mother's death, a 500 million won insurance payout was claimed by the beneficiary, her husband, Shu. Jae-won's mother died of organ failure. One notable detail is that she drank pesticide 3 times before her death and was hospitalized each time, but doctors always ruled it accidental. Such incidents happening 3 times raises suspicion that the beneficiary may be a suspect. Jaewon immediately denies the insurance agent's speculation. The beneficiary is her father. Although he's her stepfather, her mother's death absolutely could not have been his doing. Jaewon demands that the insurance agent not spread this matter until the investigation is clear or face the consequences. While defending her family verbally, the insurance agent's suspicions still plant seeds of doubt in Jaewon's mind. Afterwards, Jaewon tells her husband what the insurance agent said. Her husband believes in his father-in-law's character and that he couldn't possibly murder his wife, telling Jaewon to stop overthinking. Even so, Jaewon's heart feels uneasy. The next day, Jaewon goes to work as usual. At the elevator, she encounters a man. Glancing casually at his clothing, Jaewon turns pale and drops her phone. The skull pattern on this man's clothing is the same type as what the masked man wore that night. Fortunately, the man has no ill intent. He picks up Jaewon's phone and leaves. Jaewon has just collected herself and returned to the office when a phone call comes. It's a reporter who heard about recent disturbances at Jaewon's company, even involving the police, and wants to know more. Jaewon denies anything happened at the company, hangs up quickly, and tells her secretary to notify the police to stop the investigation. Such negative news would harm the company's image. After instructing her secretary, Jaewon looks at the open office area, remembering what the police said. Everyone here is a suspect. Jaewon searches for items the masked man might have left behind that night. Finally, under a table leg, she finds a parking ticket. An idea strikes Jaewon. Pretending to be a car owner, she goes to the security office, borrows the car remote, and tests the unlock button on each car. She successfully finds the correct car and discovers the masked man's clothing in a hidden compartment in the trunk, confirming that the car owner was the person who attacked her that night. Jaewon returns the car key to security, claiming she took the wrong one, then hides nearby to watch. She finally discovers the true car owner is her company's design director. This truth sends chills down her spine. In her fear, her first thought is to seek help from her husband. Strangely, her husband isn't home. Jaewon goes to the gym he frequents, but staff say he hasn't been there in 3 months. Jaewon returns home to look for him and realizes her husband didn't even take his phone. Oddly, the phone shows her husband is texting someone, and after the other person reads the message, he immediately deletes it. These suspicious circumstances make Jaewon doubt him. She suspects her husband is using a smartwatch to message someone, so she asks a subordinate to use the watch's location feature to find his exact location. The information shows her husband is near the gym he frequents. Jaewon waits on the street and sees her husband appear there. Then a shocking scene unfolds. Jaewon's best friend, Jin, also arrives. She approaches Jaewon's husband, and the two look as intimate as lovers. Although Jaewon can't believe it, the truth is right before her eyes. She doesn't have time to process it and composes herself to return to the mall for a new product launch interview. Wave after wave of shocking betrayals by those around her leave Jaewon unable to breathe. The interview is forced to stop halfway. The design director notices Jaewon's distress and follows to ask about her condition. Jaewon looks at him warily and walks away. Soon after, Jaewon receives another anonymous text. Someone is secretly watching her. Jaewon looks around and notices a silver car parked behind her. She suddenly recalls that on her way to work before, a similar car blocked her path. The car circles nearby, then suddenly drives straight toward Jaewon. Fortunately, it only brushes past her, but the terror isn't over. The mysterious masked man appears again, following Jaewon. Sensing danger, Jaewon runs for her life, but is eventually caught and pushed into the river. Water police arrive in time, rescue Jaewon, and take her to the hospital. When Jaewon wakes up, she sees her worried colleagues, stepfather, and husband surrounding her, wolves in sheep's clothing. Jaewon is determined to make them pay for their actions. That's all for today. Don't forget to like, comment, share with friends, and subscribe to the channel. I will be back with the rest of the story soon.